We'll meet some other talented animals. Cow that plays the bagpipes. Or a kid who can say the Lord's Prayer.
Did you hear them noises last night? No? I was asleep. What noises? A kind of booming. A bit like thunder. And then it sounded like someone was laughing. Somewhere down below. Down below? What do you mean? You know, like under the ground. Christ, didn't I tell you to give it a rest with that bullshit? Well, I know, but I really do hear it. It might have just been some animals. Well, I heard them too. Billy goats. Billy goats? You can tell nanny goats from billy goats by the sound they make. What about rattling chains? Did you hear those too? Well, I did. When's the last time you got some sleep? Oh, not since I started hearing them strange sounds. And how long's that? Since we was at the fair in Pegi. Exactly. That's where you heard that mad preacher going on about the flames of hell and whatnot. So do me a favour. Get drunk, get some sleep, and for Christ's sake, give it a fucking rest with that nonsense already.
Hey, back to the job. Tell me again what it's all about?
Listen up. Once, he got shot in the head with an arrow and survived. But that's not all. He completely changed. From a lame fumbler who couldn't hold a knife without cutting himself, he turned into an unbeatable warrior. All thanks to that arrow. It was a blessing from God.
Alright, let's say I take your word for it. What does the job involve?
I'll get to that. A few days ago, we wanted to rob a caravan. But it didn't work out.
It didn't?
It was hell. There was a lot more guards than should have been there. And Carol got caught. And they executed him.
And you, as the new chief, want the arrow to protect you?
That's right, youngster. You don't look it, but you're pretty bright.
Well, I've noticed you bandits are pretty superstitious.
This isn't superstition. The arrow is a gift from God. A blessing. A sacrament from heaven. Without it, we're done.
Why don't you go get the arrow yourself?
You think I'm so stupid I didn't think of that? But I can't. They're still looking for us after that last fucked up job of ours. If me or any of the fellas set foot outside the camp, they'll get us. When we're not protected by the arrow, it's just a matter of time.
Why should I help some footpads?
I thought you were looking for a job. But if you don't like it, maybe the King of France will turn up one day at the Devil's Den, and he'll have a job for you that's up to your standards. But if you want a job now, you'll have to take it from a stinking footpad. It's up to you.
How come they caught Carol? When he was protected by the arrow and unbeatable?
Well, that I don't fucking know. I don't know how all this divine shit works. Maybe the power wasn't strong enough to protect him from execution. But in battle, he was unstoppable.
All right, I'll help you. Where should I look for the arrow?
Well, that's the problem. I'm not sure. The whole plan with the caravans went to shit somewhere near Sedlets. There's a cemetery there, and I heard there was a big commotion about the last execution. Try asking the gravedigger there. He lives near the cemetery. That's about all I can tell you. We can't show our faces much. It will cost us our necks.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Forever and ever, while the living must suffer on this earth, till they are finally released by death.
God be with you, brother. Are you taking care of this chapel?
Mortitius is my name, good friend. Though all that is shall one day end. Fame and fortune are but clay. Ad honore domine.
Ah. I see. I think.
Though my eyes are old and dim, and I live apart from the world of men, I serve a cause that's good and sound, and companions have I underground.
But slow down. I can't keep up. So, you are the blind keeper of the ossuary?
You speak the truth, and now I ask, if you would help me with one task, will you help me take care of those who sleep below in eternal repose?
You need my help with something?
Christian bones in the church lie scattered. Bringing order to them is a very grave matter. If the prior should see the disarray, he'll send me packing this very day. Then what shall I do, sightless and old, left alone in this world dark and cold, roaming the earth with a beggar's cane? Help me, dear brother, in God's holy name.
Wait a moment. So, there are bones strewn about the chapel, and you want them tidied up?
Aye, 'tis a job that some might find morbid, but fear not, good fellow, you'll be well rewarded.
Wait, am I supposed to touch the dead? No decent Christian should do that.
Fear not, it is no desecration. God shall bless this congregation. They shall find eternal slumber, all arranged in divine order.
What's in it for me, if I help you?
To help thy neighbour is a virtuous deed, and charity thy soul shall feed. But if your body hungers too, some groschen I shall give to you.
All right then. What am I supposed to do, exactly?
Arrange the bones in pyramids. Make them nicely stacked. Build one out of pristine skulls, the second out of cracked, the third then build from arms and legs, and here there's quite a lot. But bear in mind the commandment, thou shalt not, thou shalt curses. None of the commandments rhymes with that.
Lose thy virtue, thou shalt not?
A pretty rhyme, I must admit, although you're jesting just a bit. Enough discourse now, it grows late. The task before you cannot wait.
All right, so if I understand correctly, I'm supposed to put the bones in 3 piles. Pristine skulls in the first one, the cracked ones in the second, and the third pile I build from the limbs?
As you say, so must it be, and you shall have a reward from me. To find the bones you'll be needing, though, there are 3 places you must go. But don't forget what lies beneath, and descend to the hidden space. Many bones lie there in darkness, waiting for their rightful place.
I see. So I should gather the bones in the chapel and the crypt underneath, and make 3 pyramids out of them.
And should any bones remain, such as ribs and spines, sweep them up together into orderly confines.
What? I should sweep up the remaining bones too? Better go before you think of more chores.
What makes a hole a grave for the dead? What makes a grave a dreamer's bed? What paints our bones so pale and white? Death's awful bright. In endless night.
Damn, my back hurts so much. Might have find a new one here. Isn't it getting crowded in there? Doing God's work sure ain't easy. What's this? It looks like some really old reliquary. What a rare find. Dust you are, to dust you shall return. And then I'll sweep you into a corner.
A trapdoor. Seems it leads down into the bowels of the earth.
Hey! Are you intact, my dear brother?
I nearly broke every bone in my body.
Ha ha ha! There's no better place to leave your bones, and that's a fact. But they'll serve you much better inside you and intact. The place you're in is black as night. I'll throw you a torch. Let there be light. Look for bones along your way, after all. In the end, you'll have some benefit from your fall.
What's this? This corpse must have been lying here for several decades, and it looks like he died yesterday. God, our Heavenly Father, have mercy. This looks like the crypt for the monks. Wonder how long they've been lying here. First pyramid is done. Impressive, even if I say so myself. Phantom Ray. If I hadn't built it myself, it'd give me a scare. Just one more. Three beautiful piles. I'm proud of myself. The old monk will be delighted. Where did that blind madman get to? He was sitting here the whole time, and now he's just vanished. I should ask if anyone saw him.
Aw, you poo.
I'm looking for the keeper of the local chapel. His name's Morticius, a wispy fellow. Speaks in verse. I did some work for him, but he disappeared just as he was about to pay me.
Youngster, you ought to sleep more and drink less. Otherwise you'll come to a bad end.
What do you mean by that?
Morticius was the keeper of the ossuary, all right. Only he died before you was even born.
What? Morticius is dead?
As sure as there's a God in heaven.
But I spoke to him. He was always babbling something in verse.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Old Morticius couldn't even read, let alone compose verses. Are you sure you weren't imagining it?
Very sure. I have to find him. He owes me for the work I did.
Go back to ossuary then. You'll find him lying in the crypt alongside the other dead monks.
So, I spoke to a ghost.
Who knows? Maybe you did. Till we meet again.
Good morning.
When is the last time you buried an executed man?
Why do you care?
I want to know where he's buried. To see his grave.
To see his grave? Really? It's damned odd that you want to see that grave in particular.
What's so odd about it?
Because the last executed man I buried was a fucking sorcerer.
What?
You heard me. A sorcerer. When they arrested him, he had an arrow stuck in his head. But he kept on living. It wasn't no fresh wound. It was old, healed. The thing stuck out of his head like a tree branch.
He was no sorcerer. Just a regular fella who got in the way of an arrow.
Tell that to the village crones. Of course he was a sorcerer. Nobody can survive an arrow in the head. There's magic and witchcraft behind it. Even the priest said so. Good thing we strung him up right away. It could have turned really nasty. He'd send a plague upon us or something worse.
Ah, nonsense.
Are you trying to say our priest don't know what he's talking about? I ain't telling you shit. Now get out of here before I really lose my temper.
It's a blessing to see someone doing their job dutifully. I can see you take good care of the cemetery. I'm sure the abbot would be interested to know you're so conscientious.
Thanks, sir. You know the abbot?
Of course I do. I'm on my way to see him now. I'll tell him about your good work.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry I was so rough with you. I've got to be careful. I'm sure you understand. There's all sorts of strange fellas lurking around here from time to time. I have to keep things in order.
I understand. But now hurry up and show me the grave.
The grave you're looking for ain't in the cemetery. Can't have witchy bastards like that lying here among decent folk.
Where can I find it then?
If it was up to me, I'd have thrown him to the wild dogs in the forest. At least then he'd be useful for something. But a sorcerer has to be buried. So I dug a hole near the big willow tree behind the cemetery wall.
All right. Thanks.
That looks fresh. That must be the poor bastard.
Yeah. Phew. I've got it.
You have a plan, master, eh? What?
I'm looking for Pasha. Have you seen him around here?
Oh, you must be that good Samaritan, helping us out with our little matter.
Maybe. And who are you?
They call me Heir. I've been waiting here for you. Pasha had to return to the camp. He's got duties to attend to. Leadership duties. See?
I get it.
So, do you have it? Did you find the arrow?
Of course. I'll keep my promises.
All right. Show it to me.
Well, why not? Here it is.
Sweet Mother Mary. I never thought I'd see it with my own eyes.
I'll be happy to give it to you, but not for free.
I know. Pasha promised you a reward, but I don't have any money for you. I was supposed to wait for you here and take you to the camp. Pasha will pay you there.
Well, that's a shame. I was thinking it was too easy. Well, let's go then, eh?
Are you going to do what we talked about?
I don't think so. Oh well, now just this. I apologize.
Hey, where did you find him? I mean, where is Karel buried?
In Sedlets. There's a big willow tree near the cemetery. He's buried beneath it. What, do you want to put flowers on his grave?
I'd like to, but there's no time. Pasha has big plans with the arrow, so I reckon we'll start robbing again soon. I'm worried what will come of it.
What are Pasha's plans?
Robbing? on a grand scale. Well, he's not like Carl. Pasha wants gold, booze, ores. Most of all, revenge. I'm afraid it'll end badly.
Well, maybe it won't be so bad. Things will settle down in a few days and go back to how they were before.
I wish. I reckon things will only start getting wilder and wilder. Pasha's got everything planned. Who he'll take revenge on, who he'll rob. There are savage times ahead. I don't want to go back to the camp. Pasha's leading us straight to hell. Hey, listen, let's talk.
What's going on?
Hey, listen up. Pasha mustn't get the arrow. If you give it to him, well, you'll be killing us all. The man doesn't know when to stop. He'll drag us on raids we won't come back from.
What do you suggest?
Give me the arrow. I don't have any coin to pay you for it, but you'll be doing the right thing. You'll save a few good men from certain death.
If I give it to you, what will you do with it?
I'll go somewhere far away and start my own gang. I don't need mountains of gold or revenge like Pasha. We'll be happy with a little and we'll have a good life. Like with Carol, and the arrow will help us.
I'll give you the arrow, but only if you promise me you'll stop robbing people and find honest work.
I could lie to you, but I'll be honest. I was born a thief, and I'd like to die as one too. I couldn't handle being cooped up in some workshop all day or shoveling shit on a farm. I want to start my own gang, and for that I need the arrow.
In that case, I can't give it to you.
I was worried this would happen. Look at it this way. We're all alone. Here, nobody'll hear you scream. So, either you give me the arrow, or I'll take it from you.
What power will the arrow have if you kill the messenger carrying it?
What do you mean?
Will the arrow still be magic? Or will it become cursed?
Fuck. Well, I don't know.
But I do. These things are powerful and not to be trifled with.
Oh, shit.
Leave the arrow to Pasha. Give him a chance to show he can be a good leader.
Well, give it to him if you must. But I won't be going back to the camp. When everything goes to shit, I won't be around to see it. Godspeed.
Did you hear Marish's gang had broken up somewhere near Nimburg? I heard something like that.
I found your Carol. He's buried in Sedlets.
Glory to the Lord. And the arrow, do you have it?
I do. And I'll tell you, getting it was weird. Never done anything like it.
See? You felt it too. It's a powerful artifact, and its power will save us. Where's Hare? I left him to wait at the Devil's Den, so he'd lead you here.
Along the way, he offered to buy the arrow from me, but I refused.
The fucking traitor! I knew he couldn't be trusted, but I got talked into it again.
Talked into what?
The bastard told me to return to the camp, that the men need me, and that he'd wait for you. I should have known he was up to something. I won't make the same mistake again. Do you know where the bastard is now?
First he threatened me, then he ran off. I've no idea where he could be.
No matter. You're not here to keep track of my men. I'll find him as soon as we're done here. He'll rue the day he was born. But first things first. Give me the arrow.
Here it is.
That's the one. Incredible. I can feel the power. It really is the one. Lord, thank you for this gift. We'll do great things with it.
I'm glad you like it. Now, what about my reward?
Hold on, lad. We're not done yet. Back then, it was me that picked the arrow and shot it. First, it seemed like an accident. But it was the hand of God that guided me. Through this arrow, our Lord sent down incredible power to one of his flock. And now, it's my turn! Just like Carol before me, now I'll receive the blessing of our Heavenly Father.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Today, it will be you who blesses me with the arrow, friend, and we'll never go hungry again.
Wait, you want me to shoot you in the head?
Don't be afraid. No, it will endow me with great power, and then I'll lead my companions to abundance and plenty.
I'm not going to shoot you. Use your head. The Lord blessed Carol, not you. You have no idea what the arrow might do to you.
I never thought of it that way.
Keep it as a relic. That way Carol will always be with you, as well as the blessing he received.
Sacra. I reckon you're right. You're a wise man. Just like Carol was. Thanks to that arrowhead, he'll be with us in spirit forever.
Exactly.
Thanks for helping us. Here's a little something in return. And God be with you.
Thanks. And best of luck to you.